the goal for next few years is just to continue to work hard, continue to prove ourselves,
Hmm.
continue to make sure that women's tag team wrestling is seen as important and it's seen as something that can and should main event shows and stuff like that. And so that's kind of our goal.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling network on the planet.
Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, and today we have an amazing show, and of course, nothing but amazing guests. They are the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. Please welcome Charity King and Danni Bee, the King Bees. How are you guys doing?
Hello,
Thanks for
good.
having us.
Thank you for coming on, Charity. Your second time coming on. So the first important question I have for you guys. Sorry, my dog is she's not settling down. The most important question I have for you guys is gear, because your gear is on point. So who makes that
Thank
decision,
you.
the color, all that stuff?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Who makes that decision, the color combination, all that stuff?
It's more of a team effort, right?
Mhm.
So usually how it goes is me and Danny are just kind of sitting down and she could randomly just be like, oh my God, this color is so cute. And
Yes.
next thing you know, we're going to buy fabric for it. So
Okay.
yeah, we're usually just kind of, I think we're just trying to have gear in probably every single color
Yeah, at this
in the
point.
rainbow at this point. Yeah.
I mean, it's on point, and I love. I mean, it's kind of like tell me you're a tag team without telling me you're a tag team when your gear is just like it's just popping. It's complimentary for with you guys. Just so kudos to that.
Thank you.
So no problem. So let's get into the big news. NWA Tag Team Champions. I remember when you guys had your first. Actually, I remember Charity. You were telling me about how the NWA came about and you guys being there, and now you're tag team champions. So what is that feeling like?
Danny.
Amazing. Like it's such like a huge opportunity for the both of us, and the fact that we're holding the titles is truly such an honor. Like it's the coolest thing ever still.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To this day, it's still so surprising. It's so humbling, and we are just always so grateful every day. So grateful.
And then like how I've been using the word serendipitous a lot as far as just life and how things pan out. So we know, for you guys who don't know, Charity, you were contemplating retiring out of the business, and Danny made that phone call, and now you guys, here you are, like not like NWA champion tag team champions is great, but like people were talking about you guys as a tag team before that, and it was only a matter of time that you guys were going to be champions somewhere.
Oh yeah.
um but like what is that, to look back at it, it's oftentimes like you look back at the past and now you're here in the present, like what are the goals for the future given all that's happened?
Oh man, at
Wow.
this point, it's like nothing is impossible at this point. Just like going back to the mindset that I used to have back then, and like even at that moment with Charity, just feeling like I don't know what I'm doing, and just now that we're here, like I'm so grateful that we both kept going. Oh my goodness, because it was so many times where we just wanted to quit, but having these titles is like a really good job just for us knowing that we kept going and continued working hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's honestly ridiculous. Honestly, what just one phone call did. Literally
Hmm.
one phone call from your friend turns into this huge moment like a year later. And I'm sure the so the old Charity and Danny were not even close to thinking this is happening down the line. Nowhere. I mean, this was just come out, let's see what goes on. But
Right.
for it to end here, it's so crazy. But like Danny said, I mean, the goal for next few years is just to continue to work hard, continue to prove ourselves,
Hmm.
continue to make sure that women's tag team wrestling is seen as important and it's seen as something that can and should main event shows and stuff like that. And so that's kind of our goal.
And so let's talk about anti-jazz. So she was also you know kind of part a role into getting you guys into the NWA. Now you guys are champions. What was like? Was there a conversation after? did she say, I know you, like, what was that conversation like? Or was it, I don't know. I have a feeling, but let me know what happened.
She was definitely like, she's always been on our side and very proud of us. Like, we all found out at the same time that we were winning. She was just as shocked as us. So like, she's always been in our corner, like just supporting us each way. So to have her and Tia at the shows all the time is like amazing. So amazing.
So amazing. And in true Auntie Jazz nature, the advice, the thing she said was just to let y'all know the work do start now. And
Literally, that was the first thing she said.
first thing she
Literally.
said, first thing she said, congrats, the work starts now. And I'm just like, yay. So in true jazz nature is kind of celebrate, but let's get back to work. Like that doesn't stop. It doesn't
Absolutely.
stop. It only gets harder. So have your little pat on the back, but let's get back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds very on par. That's exactly what I see.
That sounds basically
And
her.
it's crazy now because, like I said, you guys were kind of, yeah, I'll just speak for myself. You guys were kind of like, I saw you everywhere, so it's only a matter of time. So now you're the tag team champions. And I was actually speaking to Darius from Ashe before you guys had your match there. And then this is when Dream World just won. And I'm like, and your opponents hadn't been announced yet. I'm like, Dream World would be a really good opponent for them. And literally a day or two after the interview, he sends me a text and he's like, yeah, like here it is. So Mission Pro Mania, you guys against Dream World. I just saw on Twitter, so confirm if it's correct. Are both titles on the line or just
Oh
one?
yeah.
Oh
But it takes
yeah.
all.
Both titles, winner takes all. It's a big, big, big moment. Big match feel for Mission Pro Mania. Big
Mhm.
match moment. And yeah. Hmm.
So what's the, I mean, I know you want to give too much, but what's the game plan? Like how do you prep for something like this?
Oh, we ready.
We stay
Especially Dream
ready. Come
World.
on now.
We ready. We ain't
You
gotta get ready
asking
because
that
we stay
question?
ready.
Why she asking that question like we just hopped off? Like, come on now. We stay ready. We do not underestimate key opponents.
Mm-mm.
Truly ever. We do not ever do that. But we stay ready. We're always training, we're always watching. We stay ready. And like I said before, like it was Maya that called us the best of the best. And so Dream World wants to prove themselves. And so
Mhm.
they have to bring it to us. They have to show the best of the best what they got.
Oh
And
yeah.
they have to, you know, show out. So we'll do
So
what
this
we do as always.
so this is happening April 20th. And again, not to give out too many secrets, but how do tag teams um, train together? Because the thing about tag, like you kind of know whether it's really close friends or tag teams. It's kind of like you know a tag team when it just seems seamless. Like there's no guessing or any of that stuff. So how do you guys like? How does a tag team train?
Well, me and Danny have been training together for
Literally.
years. When we were still like brand spanking new into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
business, like me and her were having some secret practice matches, trying to both hopefully one day get our first official match.
yeah.
Me and her have had like before our first match, I think me and her had probably close to 10 practice matches in secret.
Yeah.
Like that's how much we have been training together.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then when we started to have matches, we were still training together. And
Yes.
then we're driving the roads together.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our chemistry is
Was already
just
there, before the actual tag team. It was always been there.
always been there. There were times where even when we were training, folks were telling us, "Man, y'all should be in a group." And this is when we were still trainees, like no
Mhm.
matches yet. But that was just the kind of chemistry and bond that we had that folks were like, "Y'all should be in a group of something together." And
Yes.
so, that's kind of what it is. It's like being a tag team. I think a part of it is that y'all both kind of have to have that bond
Yeah.
at some level. There needs to
Mhm.
be a bond. There needs to be some kind of thing that is kind of tying y'all together.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, Miss Danny B. I mean, I don't know when you guys have time to sleep. Multiple title holder. Um,
I know that's
how
right.
two main questions. One, how do you travel with so many titles? And then two, what is the feeling knowing that not only do you have, a target on your back for the tag team championships, you
Right.
have multiple targets on your back. People are coming at you. So how you balancing that?
It's kind of a handful, not gonna lie, but I still have all my belts to this day, so ain't nobody stopping me. So
I
I'm
know that's
good.
right.
So far,
Period.
so good. So far, so good. But it's definitely a handful keeping up with them and just like having to go to these different places and stuff like that. But overall, I'm very grateful with all my title defenses, and I've beat them all at this point. I still got them, so we good.
She
So
said,
how
"I
do
beat
you
them
travel with
all."
all of them?
What do you say?
You travel with all of them?
No, it's usually just like one at a time or two at a time. But luckily, it
Okay.
hasn't been all three at a time. I would be like, no, that's too much.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
I saw a picture with you. I think you had two and one on your waist, and I was like, I think she's missing one. So it's just like, well, where's she gonna put it? Like, because you look tiny, so it's like, where is she gonna put this additional belt? And now you guys are going after the Mission Pro. So like, where
at this point,
Man,
our
where is it?
suitcases is packed.
suitcases is packed, but push come to shove, she gonna have that belt around her neck. Something, something, baby, something.
We gonna make it work.
We gonna make it work, okay? Belt
Oh my
collectors
god,
around here.
that part. And I think we're in like a really good era, right? It's at this point where even 5 years ago, seeing Black women or even women of color,
Mhm.
it was kind of a dream to see, the Naomis, the Jades, the Beyond, like every, and now
Yeah.
we're kind of everywhere and we're succeeding. When you guys first started wrestling, to now, like, what is like, did you see that for yourselves, or do you think you guys were gonna be the trailblazers, or what was kind of the
Yeah.
thought process in that?
I even remember like watching it as a kid. Of course, I would see like jazz and stuff like that, but it's like it never clicked to me that I would personally be able to do it
Mm-hmm,
until like I started watching the indies more and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, there's more Black girls that do this, and it's like
mm-hmm,
possible. And just now seeing all the Black girls on TV and like us being a part of it is like so crazy. I'm like,
mm-hmm,
we're in this generation of like upcomers of Black female wrestlers, and I think it's so awesome.
mm-hmm,
I as well did not see myself like this. Like, even though it's something that I always wanted to do, it just
mm-hmm,
felt like, how, when you're a kid, like you want to be Batman or something. Like, it's like you just, it was a part of you that also knew it's not real.
You're right. Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it can't happen to you. Like, that's just not in the cards. It's just not
mm-hmm,
what it is. And for a while, I didn't even know the indies existed. I
Yeah.
just thought it was all that you saw on TV. That's
mm-hmm,
about it. And so the the jump from being on your couch to being on TV, I didn't see a possibility for that because I didn't know there was an indie scene at all. And so
mm-hmm,
it definitely felt impossible. It definitely felt
mm-hmm,
like, this is kind of one of those dreams, like I just want to be Batman, and but it's not real. It's just
mm-hmm,
something that you would like to be.
Right.
But like Danny said, like to see us now also being some of the Black girls on TV who can potentially inspire some other Black girls
Right.
who are at home right now, who are like, I would love to be a wrestler, and
mm-hmm,
to potentially be a part of the group of Black girls who are inspiring the next generation of Black girls. It's super crazy, and we are super grateful, honestly, because the platform that we currently have on the CW through the NWA, it's crazy. Like, even a year ago, if you told me that I'd be on the CW, I'd be like,
Mhm.
you sure? You sure talking about me? And not somebody else, you sure? And so, you know, it feels like a dream.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And the thing I noticed too, even when you first debuted, you guys first debuted on NWA, the pop, like people, it's like, because you know how sometimes, even with like the AEWs and WWEs of it all, you have, people, jobbers, right? They
Mhm.
come and people are like, who are these? Okay. It's a squash match, right? But end up, it's like those people like knew you and it was almost like about time, which is a great thing. But what do
Mhm.
you contributed to that? Do you feel like it was social media's play, or like, because the love was there?
Texas.
Honestly, I
That
feel like once they felt our energy in the ring, like we came here to wrestle and put on a good show, and I feel like fans can feel that, like, and then we
hmm
just reciprocated it back, and then we were just bouncing off each other. So I'm like, I definitely feel like they saw that energy in us, like we're supposed to be here. Like even if y'all don't know
exactly.
us, y'all gonna feel us.
Exactly, because I can't say that they knew who the King Bees were before that day. I can't
Hmm.
say that officially, but I can agree with Danny and say they felt our energy. As soon as we came out the curtain, they
Yeah.
felt our energy and we were like, "All right, you going to give it back to us? Cool, we letting y'all give it back to us." And that's just kind of what that is.
Hmm.
It's just the energy. And then after the episode aired, the Texas fans, wow, they made that episode feel like it was like WrestleMania.
Literally, yeah.
Like the way they celebrated us,
Yeah.
the fans in Texas were going crazy, sharing it, then watching it and sharing it
Mhm.
and watching it and posting about us. And we're so grateful, man.
Yeah.
We're so grateful, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Hyan about this as far as like what's in the water in Texas, and she said it's not about what's in the water. It's just because Texas is so big.
Yeah.
You don't really need to go too many states because you can go to all these other shows within Texas.
Yeah.
But it does definitely seem like a crazy, like, how different states have different type of like music genres, like the South is
Mhm.
known for the South, and
Yeah.
Texas seems like the wrestling style in Texas seems like it's different from everybody else. And do you guys agree with that, or like that's just from me just watching it? But you guys are wrestling everybody, so what do you guys think about that?
I know for sure, and everybody says this, like Texas is literally its own world. Like you said earlier, you don't have to go literally out of state. So it's become our own world. So we have our own style of things. It's like when I go to Chicago or when we go to Florida, we can just sense the different vibe in the fans. Like the whole atmosphere is so different. The way everybody wrestles and like how everybody does things, it's legit different in like every city.
It definitely is. And even like within Texas, there's also like cities that have different styles of wrestling too. Like not
Okay.
every single like Houston wrestlers
It's
don't wrestle
deep.
like Dallas wrestlers.
Yeah, it
And
gets
then the
deep.
Dallas wrestlers don't wrestle like the Austin wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so I mean, the only thing I can say is that we're just grateful that that we have great trainers, right? That's all you can
Mhm.
say is that we're grateful that we have some awesome trainers who train us and kind of bring us up in a way that NWA and the fans and everybody else see it and say, that's what I like. And I
Mhm.
want to keep watching the King Bees. And so we're just grateful for that.
Yeah. I oftentimes in referencing you guys in the new show that we do in other interviews is that there's this new era to me, especially with the women, that it's no longer women's wrestling, it's just wrestling. Like that's the type of matches you guys have. So do you think that whether it's NWA or any other promotion, that as a tag team you guys will have like an intergender tag team match? Is that kind of possible too, or what's the goal with that?
We wrestle anybody.
We wrestle anybody, and we've already had two intergender tag team matches as
Ooh,
well
yeah.
Nice.
for our home um school here
Mhm.
in Texas. So we're not backing down from anybody.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't matter your gender
Yeah.
or your race. There's no back down in the King Bees. So literally bring it. Like we're not
Okay.
backing down. We have had intergender matches and we will continue to have them. So just bring it.
Oh, all right. Well, there it is. Danny, going back to you real quick. Ranks on the PWI, excuse me, 136.
I know that's right. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
PWI ranked number 136. Top
I'm like, I
250.
don't know how they found me, girl. I'm just like, I'm from Oklahoma. I don't know how they found
She said, "Dang, I was looking up in Oklahoma."
me.
What's that feeling like? And like I said, I honestly, I don't know, it seemed like a really big boom coming out of the pandemic, but I don't want to say for some reason, but you guys' names just across social media and just in other conversations come up time and time again. So this year is your year. I'm putting in the universe for you guys. So what the 136 net last year, this year is going to be a whole different because you
Yeah,
guys are
we
every.
even put that tag team list too. I already know I can see us on there for sure,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Tag team list,
King
baby.
Bee's on that list for sure.
So like, what was that feeling like?
It was super cool. I don't necessarily I want to say like I wrestled to like get on list or anything like that, but it is cool getting that. Just I'm getting noticed because I'm like, I'm just a girl from Oklahoma, like who is really looking at me? So I'm like, okay, obviously somebody is, you know?
Mhm.
So it was like one of those moments like, okay, I'm doing something right. Like it's cool. It was definitely like an honor for sure.
So now is the time to put out like the goals if you want to for 2023. Who you have your eye on? Because I know the target's on y'all's back, but there are certain people that you're like, yeah, I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna beat y'all, but it'll be a fun match. Like, do you have a couple people in mind for that?
I know for tag, the Renegades has been on our hit list for a
A
while.
long
That'd be a good
while.
They
one.
have been on the hit
We
list for a while.
we were supposed to work them some time ago, and it didn't happen. It fell through. But for sure, the Renegade Twins
Yeah,
are for
there
sure on the
definitely is.
list.
So
The
maybe like an
Renegades.
ROH appearance, like a tag.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, they could come down to New Texas Pro Wrestling. They could come down to Texas, and then they can make it happen.
Oh yeah,
So, I would for sure say the Renegade Twins are on our list.
absolutely,
More intergender matches are on our list.
absolutely.
I know Jacob Fatu is doing some tag matches, so I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"What's
he was
up,
good,
brother?
right? Yo,
What's up?
not for real though, for real.
For real? What's up?"
Okay,
I see
okay.
him do tag matches. I'm like, "What's up?" Like the key, what's up?
I
You
I I,
know?
I want to see that. Like I want that because wait, because he seems because no offense, and you seem on the shorter side, and he seems kind of taller. So like I
Man,
just
height don't matter. Height don't
I
matter.
know height
It's
doesn't
about
matter,
the
but I
fight
just kind of
within the
want to see that
dog.
for the visual because it just
It's a
seems like
it's about the fight within the dogs. About the fight inside the
Period.
dog. Okay. But yeah, honestly, just wrestling everybody. Honestly, like
Yeah,
we're just trying to make sure that we get in and we again prove that women's tag is important. It's strong, it's
mhm,
powerful, it's just filled with exciting moments. And
mhm,
so truly anything, honestly, anything. Let's go to Japan.
all of that. Yes,
I
Mexico,
would
all of that.
Me and her
mhm,
would love to go to Japan, then go to Mexico to wrestle as tag. So like it's truly the sky is truly the limit,
mhm.
honestly. So Japan, Mexico, more intergender matches, and the Renegade Twins.
And now, are you guys gonna take the New Day approach as far as like now you sisters for life, and there's never gonna be a time where you guys have matches against each other, or you gonna be like, we'll just see where the world takes us.
No,
What's
never. I would
what's
never
kind
lay
of
a
the
hand on you again.
Never
Never.
again, never again.
Never.
Now, I do have some fans who keep on commenting about past stuff. And I just
Mhm,
want them to know it's in the past,
okay.
okay? It's in the past. We would never, never
Never.
do that again. Never. This is
I mean,
forever,
okay.
forever, ever, forever, ever, ever, ever. This is forever.
Okay, because sometimes promotion are like, okay, you guys were great as a tag. Now it's time to break you all up. And it's just like sometimes for me, when you see a really great tag team, like a legit one, it's like
Yeah.
why
Oh
ruin that
yeah.
legacy?
Why
You know what
tamper
I'm
with that?
saying? Like you
Yeah,
could you could still go off and do your thing and just come back together. Like it's just and obviously not everybody can do that, but when you have that
Right.
bond, it's like let's go
let's
and
keep
keep it where
it.
it's at.
Yeah.
Let's keep it where it's at, man. We locked in.
Okay. Speaking of locked in, another important question. I heard you guys talking about the DMs. Now that you guys are NWA champions, you guys said the DMs were getting a little crazy. So, what does the DMs look like now?
Ah!
DMs are insane.
And can you give us an example? I guess a family friendly,
Ooh,
example of
family
what
friendly.
I See, with the DMs being insane, there's nothing family friendly about it. I just want for people to realize that they should not send parts of their bodies to
Oh,
anybody, and keep it to themselves.
unsolicited. Yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah.
Keep it to yourselves.
And so what? So what do you do? Do you say like, no, thank you, and delete, or like, do you
Don't
just
even
like shock and you
respond.
just
I
like
don't even be responding to that. I don't respond to the sugar
Mm-mm.
baby offers. I don't respond to none of
I
that.
ain't
I
needed.
the sugar
I
baby
just
offers?
I keep it pushing. I don't I don't no
If
I
you don't
don't.
spend the money first, ain't no need to talk. Ain't no need to talk. If that money ain't in my cash app first, ain't no need to
But you don't all that talking. Send them money.
All right.
like, I'm not doing this.
Like you sent the
Nah,
picture, but there's nothing.
like
No.
I'm like, where's the cash? No, but for real, like I don't even try to. I don't, because you know how the messages not can give you a preview. I don't even got
Mm.
time for that. I'm like the preview or the message is enough.
Yes.
I don't need to click it to open it. I'm hitting delete. I'm like, if you're gonna move on, you're just gonna move on.
So I have
That's
an
me.
idea for you guys. I have an idea. So what you do is you do it on YouTube, probably Twitch, because you might get banned from YouTube. You collect all the DMs,
Uh-huh.
and one day you just read them
Ooh.
and you show the pictures. Because
Oh.
I'm sure some of them put their effort into like crafting a really good, message, thinking it's gonna do something.
Not the effort.
And so for the effort, you just, you obviously you don't say the names, but I'm willing to bet some of them are just like, where they do that at? So
Where
I'm
they
just
do that at?
For real. And
I'm
they
just saying,
honestly they get in a little boat now. Like Charity said, they be in the comments now. F the DM.
Yes.
They be in the
There was
comments going crazy.
I saw one in the comments. I'm like, have some respect. At least send it to the DMs. What is going on? You don't want this in private? Like,
They bold now.
they be
see,
bold. Put it in the
and
comment section now.
if every month you guys go on Twitch and you just read them,
You gotta charge
they
for
might
that.
they might stop.
Can
I'm
we charge
just
for that on Twitch?
you
Can we charge for
can.
them views? Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can. Just make it like if you all want to talk to us, here we are. But while we're waiting for y'all to pull up, we just gonna read all these DMs.
Oh my goodness.
Just an idea.
I appreciate that idea.
Because I get some of them I get and just like okay, and some of them I get I was like that was a good effort. That you put a lot of thought into it. It
Yeah.
wasn't the right amount, but that was good for you. I hope somebody helps you with that, but not it won't be me. So we have Mission Pro coming up, Mission Pro Mania coming up. Any other big events that are going to be coming up? I feel like obviously, WrestleMania season is upon us. With WrestleMania, it seems like there's so many big events across so many promotions that are happening. So is there anything that we can look for you guys on, of course, the CW app for NWA? Anything other than that?
I know I'll Shay as well for April.
Okay.
Ashe's coming
Bees are
back.
returning.
Ashe is coming back April 19th, and the King Bees will be there. And then after that, then we will be at Mission Pro April 20th. And then from there, and then the week before that, we're doing the NWA live tapings in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
the 13th and the 14th, I believe, or the
Mm-hmm.
14th and the 15th, one of them.
Okay.
So Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And so legit come support the King Bees, and we're excited, we're ready. And then
Mm-hmm.
this coming Sunday, we're gonna be in
Antonio?
San Antonio for Dog Pound for Jazz's promotion. And
Nice.
so come down and watch the King Bees.
Oh
Come
yeah.
down, support, come down to buy some merch.
That's what I was gonna ask next. Where you get the merch at? Because that name, it took me a minute. If y'all watch the first anniversary, it took me a minute because the Wu Tang. But now I'm on board. So where can we get this merch?
In person. Come to the shows, come buy this merch.
Oh yeah.
Come to the shows and buy the merch. Support the King Bees. Come buy the merch.
Can we send a DM to buy the merch?
You
Yes,
could.
8x10s, yes.
Okay.
We send
Yes.
out 8x10s.
Yes, we do. We can send you 8x10s from DMs and get you taken care of.
Okay. Well, there it is. Thank you, ladies, so much. I look forward to just amazingness for the rest of the year 2024 for you guys. Like it's only like, sometimes I'm late to the party because there's so much stuff going on. But like I said, you guys are just, even without looking, you guys are everywhere. And that's a good thing.
Thank
So
you.
I'm
Wow.
looking to see so many other things happen for you guys. For Ashe, have they announced your opponent yet?
No, we don't even know what Darius got up his sleeve. So he need to go ahead. He need to go ahead and say what's going on.
Okay. And so that's Ashe's what, and Mission Pro Mania is the next day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Busy week.
yeah,
Oh,
we for the double
okay.
duty. We working. We working.
Okay.
Come on, Japan. Come on, Mexico. We ready.
They don't sleep. They have their luggage packed.
We ready.
Apparently, a bag for all the belts and a bag for the clothing, and
We
there,
ready.
there we
We
are.
are ready. Okay.
With that being said, where can everybody find you guys?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and X at Danni Bee OKC.
And then for me, you can find me on Facebook at Charity King, and then on Instagram at The Charity King, and then on Twitter at The Charity King as well.
So, y'all who are watching this, if you are not following these ladies, you need to go ahead and follow these ladies because big things are happening. Just saying.
Thanks. That's so nice.
Big things are happening. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is TK Trinidad. You can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad. You can check out Women's Wrestling Talk on all platforms at www.talkpod.com. And thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.